Günahkar is a psychological Turkish drama that focuses on guilt, moral responsibility, hidden sins, and the emotional consequences of past mistakes. Rather than fast-paced action, the series builds its power through inner conflict, silence, and emotional tension. At the center of the story is Kerem, a man who appears respectable, calm, and controlled. To the outside world, he is someone who has his life together. However, beneath this composed exterior lies a dark secret from his past, a sin that changed multiple lives and left deep emotional scars. Years earlier, Kerem was involved in a tragic event that resulted in irreversible damage to others. Although the truth was never fully exposed, Kerem has never escaped the burden of guilt. Instead of seeking forgiveness, he chooses silence, believing that hiding the truth is the only way to survive. Kerem's life becomes a form of self-punishment. He avoids deep emotional bonds, suppresses his desires, and keeps strict control over his actions. He does not allow himself happiness, because in his mind, happiness is something he no longer deserves. The emotional balance of the story shifts when Zara enters Kerem's life. Zara is a strong yet deeply wounded woman. Her past is marked by loss, injustice, and unanswered questions. She carries her own pain quietly, trying to rebuild her life despite emotional damage caused by circumstances she never chose. Kerem and Zara are drawn together not by joy, but by shared pain. Their connection grows slowly, built on understanding rather than romance. For the first time in years, Kerem feels something close to peace. Zara, in turn, finds safety and emotional stability in Kerem's presence. But love becomes Kerem's greatest test. The closer he grows to Zara, the heavier his guilt becomes. He begins to realize that his past sin is directly connected to Zara's suffering. This realization turns love into torment. Every moment of happiness feels like betrayal. As the series progresses, the past begins to resurface. People affected by the old tragedies start to appear again, and unanswered questions demand answers. Kerem's carefully built silence starts to crack. Internally, Kerem is torn between two impossible choices. Confess the truth, destroy the lives around him, and face punishment. Or remain silent, protecting others while continuing to destroy himself. Zara senses that Kerem is hiding something. His emotional distance, sudden mood changes, and fear of the past raise doubts. As fragments of the truth slowly come to light, her trust begins to weaken. The series does not portray guilt as dramatic or heroic. Instead, it shows how guilt slowly corrodes the soul, affecting every relationship and decision. Kerem's internal struggle becomes the true conflict of the story, not between people, but between conscience and fear. As the truth approaches the surface, relationships fracture. Trust is damaged, love is tested, and the cost of silence becomes clear. When the truth is finally revealed, it brings pain, anger, and irreversible consequences. Redemption in Günahkar does not come easily. There are no simple apologies or happy resolutions. The series emphasizes that some sins cannot be undone, but taking responsibility is the only path toward moral survival. The story concludes on a serious and realistic note. Justice, guilt, and forgiveness do not arrive together. What remains is the truth, painful, unavoidable, and necessary. Günahkar ultimately asks a powerful question. Is it better to live a lifetime hiding a sin, or to face the truth and accept its consequences? The series leaves the viewer with a haunting message. Running from guilt does not erase it, it only allows it to grow.